Now then, people, good morning and welcome back to the Just Joe football show. Just about to head into the afternoon. I hope you are all doing well. Please do smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell. Let me add just a little bit of colour here. Looks a bit dark, doesn't it? Yeah, a bit better. Yeah, let's have a little adjust the aroundy. Yeah, so obviously late last night we saw the links to Johnny Rowe. And then today, we've seen two further links come out to players that don't get anybody excited and probably aren't even on the list of players Leeds United are looking to sign. My point is, or at least the point I'm making is, isn't it funny how we've had no wild links from shite journalists while the Paixão deal was going on? As soon as that deal's done, what we've seen is fraud journalists and poor agents and players that need moves suddenly getting linked to Leeds United. So I would call cap on Jota Silva, Johnny Rowe, and the dude from Italy. I spoke to Andrea about this guy, and he said, nah, he is not the one. He is not the one, and also very expensive. So I think what I would say is we might have to deal with silly season again, like reload, rewind, re-up, because I'm not sure I believe any of the links that are coming out. As we know, Frank Guerreri said last night that Roma, Atalanta, Bournemouth, Leeds are all interested in Johnny Rowe. Marseille would demand around 17 million to let their winger go. Didn't really feature much last season, as you can see from here. Then we're also seeing Ekram Kona. Honestly, he chats beans. Leeds and Sporting are both pushing to sign Jota Silva from Forest, and Sporting are negotiating a loan plus 10 million buy clause, but Forest want 15. I don't believe it. Ekram Kona is not the one. And then this one, Riccardo Sotilli. Leeds are said to be in contact with the Fiorentina player, mainly left winger, spent last season on loan at AC Milan. Not part of their squad, or deemed good enough to be part of their squad. I feel like these are scrubs. I feel like these are players that are looking for moves, and it is easy now for agents and players. And we know Leeds United have a good draw. So once you look, at the end of the day, even these fraudulent journalists online, they use Leeds United because they see the clicks it gets. I even see, and again, this is no shade, content creators using Leeds that aren't Leeds fans, but use Leeds because they know it garners interest. They don't even support the football club. Some, you could argue, are even rivals. Not rivals in the sense of like Man United, Chelsea, but people we're competing with. But they use Leeds. I see it with my own eyes because it garners clicks and views. Because we're a massive club. And because our fans will take more, buy more, watch more, sell more, do everything more. So I think that's what's happening here. Because it's just too much of a coincidence for Leeds United not to see any of these gash links why Paixão's going on. And then as soon as Paixão's done yesterday, wake up this morning, we've been linked to three new wingers, 3 new players from fraudulence. So I would say, nah. And what I would also say, is the local journalists have been very, very quiet. Again, another one, Dovbyk. It's not happening. It's not happening. Andrea made a great point on this. Dovbyk, it's not serious. From La Liga top scorer to Roma, now to Leeds, 35 million, huge wages. It's not happening. It's not happening. I still think we still go for Muniz, and I just think the links to the other stories are not the one. Big up to Sasha. We'll see in the future. I'm from Bordeaux, so not a fan at all of Marseille. Neither are we, Sasha. Fuck Marseille. 30 million is a lot of money, and maybe it won't be that good. You will find others. The only thing is that Marseille plays the UCL, and that's what's won them the player. Agreed, Sasha. Big up to Sasha. This is my graphics guy. He's a Bordeaux fan from France. Fuck Marseille. I don't know how to say fuck in French. I will find out. Putain Marseille. Merdi Marseille. I think. Yeah. Oh. Merdi means shit, and I think putain means actual sex. So maybe let's have sex with Marseille. I don't know. Oh, there you go. Oh, chiotilom, we say. There you go. Oh, chiotilom. I probably butchered that pronunciation. So yeah, I just think we're gonna have to see these links. I don't know really, Tyler. Listen, I don't ever profess to have knowledge outside of what's actually in my head. If I don't know, I don't have an amazing vast array of knowledge of players on the continent. I didn't even know Paixão was until he was linked to Leeds United. You know, I won't bullshit you. If you know, Grealish keeps getting mentioned. I mean, listen, if Man City are willing to pay a big chunk of his wages, like they did Calvin to go to Ipswich, I'd take Grealish, of course I would. But yeah, look, what I will say, this is my gem. I think this is an opinion that holds weight, is that there are wingers and inside forwards, tenner penny. They're everywhere. Everywhere. It's not like looking for a number 9 in today's market. It's not like looking for, you know, an amazing centre-back. Wingers are everywhere. Youngsters now, when they grow up, want to be wingers. Inside forwards, Salah's, Ronaldo's, Messi's, you know, cutting in from either side and hitting bangers from edge at box. That's what people do these days, you know what I mean? So we will find a winger. Okay, might not be of Paixão's level, but I don't think it'll be Johnny Rowe. I don't think it'll be Jota Silva, and it won't be this Nomad from Italy, if I'm honest. Yeah. Why would Leeds suddenly pivot from a guy that's been doing it in the Champions League? We're close to getting an in competition with, you know, Marseille Champions League club, to a guy at, you know, Satelli, for example, who's gone to AC Milan, and what did he do last? 6 appearances, 7 as a sub, and got 1 assist. Why are Leeds pivoting to that? It just doesn't make sense. As you can see from his numbers there, he's not wanted by Fiorentina. He went on loan. He made 6 appearances and 7 sub-appearances and got 1 assist. Why are Leeds United suddenly going to look at that as an option? It just doesn't make sense. I would rather we go with Nonto and Ramazani than this guy. If we look at Johnny Rowe, again, you go from Paixão, who's got numbers that are crazy and wanted by top clubs, to Johnny Rowe. Now, we wanted Johnny Rowe last summer. It made sense, but Johnny Rowe, I'm not saying he's a bad player. But we know Leeds United are very big on data, and we'll be looking at. You can't tell me that they're looking at Johnny Rowe. They're looking at Paixão, and the other ones they've found who are statistically, stylistically similar are Johnny Rowe, Satelli, and Jota Silva. Again, Marseille, 24 sub-appearances, 3 goals, 3 assists. Jota Silva, again, Forest don't want. They're about to enter Europe. Let's have a look there. So what's he got? 4 goals, 2 assists. If we compare that with Paixão, and Leeds United had the money for Paixão, let's not forget this: 10 goals, 14 assists. These are just league as well, I believe. I'm not sure what he did in the Champions League, but he did bits. So I just don't understand the world in which they pivot. I don't think anybody knows. It looks like the club as well has gone tight-lipped again after losing out on Paixão, because we're not getting anything from the journalists. We got nothing yesterday, and it was a Monday. Normally, we get a brand new article on a Monday. This. We got nothing from the journalists. They haven't really reported on us missing out on Paixão. So I'm not sure. I mean, listen, I can't stand the kid, but he would be amazing. But yeah, we're not getting him. Yeah, I know. They'll be away. there'll be a way. Bakwa would be good, but I believe he operates on the right. Sasha can tell us about Bakwa because he came through at Bordeaux. There you go, look. But again, he's on the right. So Harvey Elliott, again, we're not competing with that. Palace, Brighton, these sort of clubs. Unfortunately, we can't compete, but I would love someone like Harvey Elliott. Mikutadze, Guesson, and Bakwa and make it a fluid front three, get created. I mean, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Lorient, I think he's going somewhere. I did see. Was he supposed to go to Sunderland? He was linked to, but I think he's on his way somewhere else. You know, I did see that. I think Andrea mentioned it in our WhatsApp group this morning, saying that he was moving somewhere else. I'll just have a quick check on X. What's this? Fenerbahce, is it? Yeah, Fenerbahce. I think he's on his way to. Reports that Fenerbahce have reached an agreement with Lorient are not true. Okay, fair enough. That was 1 minute ago, so maybe they're not true. So maybe he is available. Obviously, he was close to going to Sunderland, but they're not, I believe. Lorient's transfer to Sunderland was cancelled 3 days ago. The player returned from England. Medical reports must absolutely be checked. I don't know what happened there. But the links to him going to Fenerbahce are incorrect according to Twitter now, which is what. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. He would be an option. But we've not had any solid links to him yet. So we'll have to wait and see. I've never heard of any. I'd never heard of any of our signings. Yeah, Jota Silva is a Timu Grealish. Is the answer not on our dot? Listen, I think there's just better players out there. I really like Solomon, but there are better players out there that will be available for Leeds United. I think that's my general thought process on that. Fullback, wingback next. Well, if we are going to let Schmidt go, then we will bring one in. But again, it's not something we need right now. Tyler Diblin, mate, I would love Diblin, but they want big money for him, and rightly so. In terms of Paixão, no, that deal's done, man. Yeah, same, mate. It's done, innit? We move. Forget the left wing. No, we need a left wing. We will find a 9 and a 10. Buonanotte. No, I'd take Buonanotte for sure, but I think he might be going somewhere else. I believe I read some at Bilal El Khanous, again wanted by top teams, but he is someone that we looked at. Yes, Oscar Bob, yeah, but he's just back from a bad leg break, I think. Please let's go and get a striker first. I think they'll wait for Muniz. I think that's why we won't see that. I see Sunderland, Wolves, and West Ham. To be honest, I see Sunderland staying up. I see Wolves, Brentford, and Burnley going down. Yeah, not the one. I don't know much about him. Just going on what I've read, he is not the player we want. Solomon was 100% our best player last season. If there's better players out there, then get rid of Nonto, James, Ramazani, and Pirro. No, there are. So you don't think there are better players than Solomon then? And again, it's different profiles, and it's a left winger. There are better left wingers out there than Solomon. We almost bought one. I don't know what your logic is there. So because I think there are better options than Solomon, and he was our best player, which I don't disagree with. Although I would say there's a case for James and that, but I do really rate Solomon. You're saying then the rest of the team should be sold. I don't know. That's some Eni Aluko mathematics. Cancilla's going for a 9 before a winger. I think we're waiting for Muniz. So, Mitoma, you're living in dreamland. Try hijack Guesson from Palace. Try get Mikitadze since Leon still need funds. Yeah, and we've obviously just took we've just got Perry from there, haven't we? So Yeah, and it may be there as a last option, potentially, Darryl. It'll be someone that they can go to, for sure. I appreciate you seeing us staying. Well, it is what it is, Ian. I think Sunderland and Leeds United will have a chance. He is saying Solomon is better than Raz. Sell Raz, buy Solomon. Yeah, but I don't think we need to be selling any wingers. I believe we go after better players than Solomon. Just calmer everyone. Yeah, that's where I'm at as well. I believe so. I did see. I know a lot of people have mentioned this player, James McAtee. City have rejected a bid from Forest. 25 million they bid, and that was rejected. Forest keep pushing, but City open to sale, but holding out for bigger fee. Mad, isn't it? So they'll probably want 30, 35, which again, yeah. Banging the drum for Kevin at Shakhtar Donetsk from now on. Baller. I did see his name in the chat yesterday a lot, actually. I'd love Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob's back from a bad injury and Tammy's not the same player. All I'm saying, Joe, is if Solomon isn't good enough, surely the others aren't, irrespective of position. Otherwise, you're saying the other positions don't count. No, I just think the logic's... I understand sort of what you're saying. I didn't say Solomon isn't good enough. I said there are better out there. So if we get Solomon because we can't get... I'm okay with that, bro. He can do a job, Bob. Please, let me qualify that. I'm just saying, while we're looking for a left winger, there are better left winger options than Solomon. However, if we get Solomon because we can't land someone, I'm okay with that also, bro. I'm not saying he's bad. I just think there are better options. You know what I mean? I don't, Jim. So if we'd have got Paixão, we'd have got Solomon as well. And then have Nont, or maybe Ramazani goes out on a loan and Jack Harrison sold. I'm not sure, mate. No, he didn't, Jack. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was medical or whatever, but he didn't go. So, yeah. You got a good tan, mate. I've been in the garden this morning. I won't lie to you. I woke up before my children for a change, and it was nice and quiet. So I laid in the garden, and it's been boiling. I still love you as well, bro. You sense Muniz. I know a lot of people are saying that, but I do think a lot of it's coming from emotion because of what happened with Paixão. So we're all like, nah, it's all gonna, it's all gonna go in the bin. You should always look to improve on your championship squad. So going for someone better than Solomon is the right call for you. Yeah, I agree. I think Sunderland have done good business in the midfield. You definitely need some defenders now, Ian, because a centre-back partnership of 09 and Ballard gets eaten alive in the Prem. So you need improvements there. Renildo's a good start at left-back, but I do rate Sirkin. But yeah, you need options at the back because them two at centre-back are not the one. Ballard's meat and potatoes. I know you were linked to Creswell, weren't you? So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, you need that. And even in the forward areas, right? Mundell and Isiador, they're good players, but it's a massive step up. It's a massive step up. They have comprehensive lists, same as when we missed that on Diarra because of the demands. Trust in the board, and I'm sure they'll pull something out of the bag for us that we'll be excited about. Exactly, right? So we lost... Danny's bang on the money. We lost Diarra and we lost Siddiqui. We ended up with Longstaff and Stack. Great signings. Great signings for where we're at. Stack's the one that excites me the most of the players that we've signed right now. So we were ready to turn it in when we lost... and that myself included, I lost my head on that Monday. We lost Diarra and Siddiqui. We end up with Stack and Longstaff. I would argue, in terms of knowing what's needed, Longstaff gives us more than what Siddiqui and Diarra do because they're new to the league. They're coming from Saint-Gilloise and also France, which is a farmers' league. Sorry, Sasha. And then we have Stack, who, in terms of duels, defensive contributions, touches in attacking, defensive, he's up there. Stats back the signing of Stack. So I'd argue them two are better. Now, I do really like Granit Xhaka. I think for a newly promoted side, it is an unbelievable signing. And you won't tell me different, even though people tried to do. I think it is unbelievable. But and someone made a good point. The last time we lost out on Gakpo and Dieng, we ended up with Willy Gnonto for 5 million. And that didn't turn out so bad, did it? Big up to Lewis, who says Lorient's agent apparently tried changing terms at the last minute, so we pulled out. That's fair enough. Imad Abdali, I thought that was Abeline then, because I know Lockie mentioned him before, yeah. Fulham and all sources close to them say they will not sell. Learn from the numerous times we've seen this before. Who are the sources that are close to them? Where do you hear such? If you could give me the name of the sources and we can check them. I have spoke to a Fulham fan who believes that, who said that as well. So yeah, I'm just going to have a look online and see. But by all accounts, what we hear from the club, that he fancies it. So we'll see what happens. I'm just having a look and see what the latest is on a Rodrigo Muniz transfer. We can ask Rock. Leeds pursuit of Muniz missing out. No, sorry. That's doing it. Let's just put it in here. One sec. Sorry about this. Currently playing from interest from Leeds. Leeds have made Muniz their top striker target, aiming to bolster their right. So Fulham's stance. Fulham have publicly stated he's not for sale, but that's what we're saying on Joseph, right? But their ongoing search for a new striker could indicate a willingness to negotiate if the right offer is made or if a replacement is secured. It runs until 2026 with an option to extend. So he's got a year left, but also an option, giving them leverage. His impressive performance last season, scoring 8 goals in 8 Premier League starts, that was the season before, has made him a valuable asset. But his limited playing time due to manager Silva's preference for experienced players like Jimenez could make a transfer feasible. Muniz has expressed contentment at Fulham, but is reportedly open to a move, particularly to Leeds, where he could secure a more prominent role. There is some different. Yeah. So I don't know, like if you've got the sources, but it still seems up in the air. They'll be securing Prem. Who are we talking about there, brother? Who are we talking about? Is that McAtee? Chiesa on left wing. No, the guy's broken. Let's not do that. Jack Kelly, Tier 1 Fulham has said they don't want to sell, and I've offered him a new contract. Not saying it won't happen, but we know Fulham stands. Feels like we can't let this one blow up. It'd be ideal if they could get it. They rejected an offer earlier on in the window, didn't they? I think he's on about going back to Flamengo, mate, to be honest. Yeah, nah, don't read into that, honestly. It is really strange that maybe the club have just said, you know what, we're gonna keep this now. We're gonna keep everything quiet. Potentially, I'm not sure, but it has gone mega quiet from the Leeds United side. See, this is what I don't understand. Like someone's just said on Twitter, surely you just get Solomon back at this point, and it's like we're panicking. We don't need to panic. There is time yet. The last Graham tweet was 2 days ago, 27th. And that was about German training camp, Baron Cross. 18 hours ago, just retweeted the Fabrice Hawkins on Paixão deal. So it looks like it's radio silence for the locals at the moment. Isaac Johnson did one 20 hours ago for Isaac Schmidt, but prior to that, he was talking about the England's World Cup. So there's not actually anything really, and it's Monday. Well, it was Monday yesterday. Normally, you at the start of a week, you sort of get an article. It's now Tuesday, still nothing. Could be a good thing or a bad thing. Who knows? But it's very, 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 very quiet right now. Yeah, 100%. I just think we don't need to rush this. We've still got time. Timing's on our side. So I'm pretty chill. I don't need to, just because we've lost out on Paixão, just suddenly go, all right. Like if we use the same reference, as we did yesterday with Megan Fox. If Megan Fox knocks you back, you don't need to then just suddenly go back to your ex. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'll just go back to X who I didn't like. Do you know what I mean? So we don't need to rush this shit just because that's happened. It's suddenly go, right, I'm going to go back to my ex now. We've got 20 days till the season kicks off. That excites me when I see that 20 days. Get up. Journos and team only got back to UK last night evening. Yeah, I mean, can still report though, right? I don't think it would lack ambition at all. No, I wouldn't, mate. He's on crazy money, and no, I don't think he's up for the fight that we'd need in a relegation battle. I know, Ryan. I know. I'm just saying, right? I'm not going to go back to my ex. But yeah, look, folks, there's nothing really much more. All I will say is just be calmer. All I will say is take everything you see from now from journalists that aren't Fabrizio Ornstein or a local journalist, take it with a pinch of salt. Any players that you see that just don't make no sense, I would say it's agent talk, trying to use leads, and just wait for something credible now, which we might be waiting a while. It looks like it's radio silence, but it is what it is. So we'll wait and see, right? We'll wait and see, but just be calma. I'm going to go spend a day at the beach because it's cracking the flags here in Sunderland, and if anything happens, I'll report it to you when I return back home. But listen, enjoy your day wherever you are, and I will see you in a bit. Peace out, folks. Love for the love.